Okay. Hello, welcome to this episode of the Rest of Physics version. Let's say research project for a year. So this one will be talking about the usual 93 things, but I want to take a moment, just a brief moment, maybe wholly brief. Is if they take on D5, take on D5, and they go G4. Saying that knife 6, knight G5 is coming in. So let's say how this goes with the engine and also the database. This this very big, let's say big sideline is not really serious, but let's see, just in case. That's why it's brief. So we should go Queen E7 or Queen E7. Okay. Queen E7 is like minus 1.2. Queen E2, for example. Bishop takes G4. Oh, so free pawn. This is another one. So then we got Bishop E3. Promote. Queen E4. Okay. So knight F3. Let's knight F3. F3. Bishop G4. Bishop B2. Knight C6. Knight B2. Queen F5. This is probably not. It's not a starter. So yeah, this is a bogus line. So let's not do that. So apparently G4 is not an actual try. It loses a pawn. Sufficiently, it's like this is so bad. So this is why we don't do this. We'll talk about this in IC3 line here. So latest YouTube version. Okay. Yeah, the latest YouTube version. Okay. So let's do this one. See what happens. Okay. Okay. Let's see. So this is using your look here. Okay. Mm-hmm. Very schedules, but what is the other ones? History. Good catch. It has to be. All right. Hello, stranger. How you doing? Stranger, how you doing? Let's see you. How's your day been, legal? I've been doing very well. Hopefully your day is good too. So I had a good day hanging out with my best friend, whole world. Had a good, let's say, morning, afternoon. Until now, I'm just doing this later stream for the Press Defense Exchange research, but I had fun with my friends. And yeah, I'm here. So you're good? Yeah, very good. Nice to hear, stranger. So yeah, doing the French Defense Exchange variation things and getting on the way. So yeah, good to hear. You doing well. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, sorry about that. All right. Well, this week will be busy with me because I'm teaching at three different schools. Tomorrow, Monday, then Wednesday, and Friday. I'm teaching different schools chess. So I like doing that. I like to go to schools, teaching kids chess, and yeah, I get paid for it at the end of the day. And end of the no, let's say season session, maybe 8 times we do each one. So yeah, I like it. That's my go-to career, just teaching kids chess and doing it 3 times this in a week pretty much. And yeah, I enjoy it. So how's your week looking come for you, stranger? Mm-hmm. All right. Shoot 4. Let's make the board is visible now. All right. Then h3 we have and bishop h5. uh, Then this bishop b5, c6. Fine. This is like okay. Rook e1. Rook e1 is the well. Hold on. It's not the D move. The D move is the g4. Let's g4. Let's do Rook e1 first, and then we'll go. Let's say g4 is knight. So no. So this one. So Rook e1, and we go knight d7. Yeah, knight b7. Mm-hmm. There's some pull on it. Bishop f5 is so obscure. I would not do that myself, but okay. All right. Send you a slip. Check Discord. Send me a slip. Oh, okay. I like eyes. He was so. Oh, the clip. Okay. Let me go check Discord. Sorry. Where Discord? Like just go to channel Discord. So where do I look in Discord? Not you didn't send me anything from your like I'll just say hey, so they can send the thing here. Like I don't see anything here from you, stranger. Where in Discord do I check? That's the question for you, stranger. I don't know where to go to check Discord, so I'm not sure. All right. I'll watch it now. Well, I don't know the context of it. It looks bad in isolation, but in the whole context. Hmm. Let's see if I can read it. Well, the thing is, like, there's no. Let me hyper focus and back. Okay. I'm looking for the chat. Yeah. So first text in the chat, like chat for Discord or like the Twitch. I don't see in Twitch, but I don't see you saying in anything in the game chat. So it looks like I looked at the match settings. It looks like you won 2 games in the match of 3 games. Yeah, I don't see the Twitch chat. I only see the clip of him playing against you in chess.com. I don't see the Twitch chat. Sorry, I don't see the Twitch chat. So I don't see the Twitch chat. So I can't tell heads or tails. But yeah, I think that maybe because he won against him 2 times in the bullet matches, he was trying to not really, let's say, mad. He was just fooling around. I know Ghosty. He's probably fooling around. And it's like, oh yeah, he got 1 win after 3 games. Yeah, take that, you scum. Something like that. But I don't see the Twitch chat, to be honest. I don't see it. I don't see only the clip you sent me. Doesn't say Twitch chat thing. It's only chess.com game chat, which is only saying that okay, you won 2 games in that match. And that's basically it. I don't see anything else. I'm sorry. But Bishop F5, F4. The Bishop F4 is so deliberately strange. I'd never think I'd play that one. So Bishop F5. Let's say Bishop F5. Bishop F5. Okay. So well, Bishop F4 is not a move. Let's say delete it. Bishop F5. Or Bishop F5. Alright, Queen B6. Did you watch the clip I sent you Discord? Yeah, I did. I saw it. I saw it. He was berating you. I think that in a funny way. He's trying to be funny. I don't agree with humor, but is trying to be funny. Keyword trying to be. Like there is any chance you can increase the volume input. What do you mean? I hear everything. I hear everything. I hear everything. What do you mean? I hear everything. I don't see any chat Twitch. I only see the game chat and chess.com. But I heard what you said and probably trying to be funny. Trying to be. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So trying to say like a pseudo crash out, I was saying. But yeah, pseudo crash out. Yeah, that's all I can say. But again, I don't agree with humor, but that's what he says. It's like the trying to be funny way. Yeah, trying to be funny. But that's all I have to say on that. So that's all I can say about that. His humor doesn't match me, and it's like okay, to each their own. Who is their own? Because he lost 2 games and then he beat once. The first time, and I think that the playthrough between you and him, he won the first 2 games. He won the third one. He's like, "Oh yeah, you terrible, you trash. You know we likes you." It's like obviously he's trying to play along. That he feels the king of the world. That he got the 1 win out of 3. But yeah, I was just trying to Hulk smash and fun. Yeah. But that's it. That's it. But yeah, I'm doing the research now. So I've been doing this research for 15 minutes, but I'm gonna do it for 2 hours. And yeah, but maybe let's see if anything I can show you my channel, because I know I like to show you things from my channel. So let's see if I can show you things from my channel while we're here. And I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you being here, stranger. I really appreciate your company. So there's a Jack Smith and me versus Ghosty and his pals, a Hydra chest. Like I think that you remember Hydra chess, um, stranger. Remember Hydra chess that me and Ghosty played against Yosef. Hey Teo, hey, how are you doing? I'm doing good. I'm streaming research the Fresh Defense. Nice to see you. How are you doing today? I'm doing research for my year-long, 1 year Fresh Defense exchange for the black side and how to win as the black pieces. So I'm doing well. How about you? How are you doing, Teo? I've been seeing you a long time. Cool, yeah. Trying to be cool in that sense. So I've been taking a break from the simul streams to do this, and because you know what, Teo, I've been, let's say, teaching a lot of people. I'm teaching 3 days in the week for schools in chess. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and with that all that time being made, I don't have time to doing weekly simul streams for now. For now, but I'll be back. But it's like a little break. But I'll return to that once I get the free time. But I don't have it for now. So yeah, that's that. That's that. I've analyzed. But before, yeah, analyzed that. So yeah, I've analyzed that. The Bishop before is actually a credible move, as I like that one. I did the. We talked about. Let me take you for a moment. A ride is like similar. Next C3, then Bishop before. I had to analyze that. Analyze that. So once I get this, let's say this is a still on progress thing. Let's say if I can show you the thing. So knight c3, uh, let's say bishop f4. This is basically the thing. I use it, like, listen to this. I use this to beat my coach, Grandmaster Eugene Perlstein. I use this exact setup from White's perspective to beat my coach, Eugene Perlstein. So this is my method to try to play combat the French is this one. It's my choice. So if anything, this is a credible line. So this is a credible line, and I just like, okay, a suggestion from, oh, okay, yeah, I didn't know there's a guy associated with it, but I made it up for myself. But yeah, if it's GM back line, that's a good, also build up credibility. So I endorse it. I endorse it too. So it's a good line. Bishop before, like before knight c3, bishop before is still a good line. I like it. I like it. It's tough. It's tough for black to crack. So, but yeah. But let's go back to the thing I was talking about. So this is the line. If I go to the lines we have here. Let's see. Expand it so we can see better. This is a whole big old jalopy line. The knight c3 is the biggest, most thorough line I have to go through. So I'm taking multiple weeks to how to tackle it. It's the hardest line of all because I use this as white and basically have to just own myself somehow. It's not really easy to be meta like that. How do you defeat yourself? Here's how. Yeah. So I'm trying to just basically have a response to myself. It's not easy. So it's a big old line, big old huge line. So I'm going to the place where we left off at, which is really ginormous line. So I'm looking at it. What was I last? Last one is this is too big. About 2 hours to try to figure out this file and move on. Finally, maybe not today. Aha! This is the one. This is the one. This is the one. Yay! This is the bishop f5 line. Okay, let's Stockfish think about what to do here. It's queen b6, queen c7, bishop d6. Let's have a think. Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I showed Teo, I showed other guy Stranger my game with my coach Eugene. Do you want to watch that game? How I dismantled my coach, Grandmaster coach, in this line. Knight c3, queen to castle, in bishop f4 things, f3 things like that. Do you want to watch that video? Would you like to watch that video, Teo? I have it recorded if you want to watch it, and to show you how I won against my Grandmaster coach in Rapid. I never won against a GM in Rapid. Yeah, you would? Okay, let me pop it up. Let me pop it up. Let me find it out. Hold the phone. Oh, I'll just turn off the engine because this is like lagging up my computer. So my computer can't handle that and watch the YouTube video right now. For the moment. So, okay. All right. All righty. All right. Well, let's have me show you the video. Share, not share this one. Share the video. This one. This one. Okay. So yeah. So do you see the video here? Do you see this video, Teo? Let me know if you see it. Do you see this board and Eugene Mai in the corners? Yes. All right. Let me play it.
Okay, now you play whatever.
Yeah. Let's say we do bishop f4.
Okay, so now I'm thinking out loud. Okay, my first question is knight b5 a threat. Not really yet, because I always have knight a6. Okay, then I can play your favorite move, bishop b4, but then there's bishop d3 coming. Okay, so, but the problem now, if I play knight c6, then knight b5 and c7 is a little weak. I'll have to find this bishop b4, bishop a5 rerouting. So bishop f4 is somewhat annoying, to be honest.
Yeah, so I play it.
Okay, so what else do I play? Yeah, now I even have like some vague recollection. Somebody recommended this bishop f4 move. I don't remember where I saw it, but okay, let me think about this from fresh
eyes. Yeah, this is what I played to almost beat the GM.
Ah, very clever.
Yeah, this is what headline. We were both captain queenside, and I was level pawn. But the more practical examples we give people, the better.
Okay, I have a tricky move I want to try against you.
Yeah.
A6.
A6. Okay.
I know objectively it's not best.
Okay.
But I know that it has some tricks.
This is one.
And now knight c6 is my idea.
Knight c6, knight g2.
Okay, now I can go after the bishop.
Knight b4.
I'm just thinking, should I start now, or do I have any other pieces? Yeah, let's go now.
b4. Okay. Okay. F3.
Okay, so I don't have to take the bishop yet, so I'll play bishop e7.
b7. Okay, 22.
Okay, now I'll probably castle.
Castles. Okay. I'll do castles queenside.
All right, but now I'm never worried about getting mated with the bishop on d3 under attack, right? So now if knight takes d3, I'm happy. Let me think if I have a useful move besides. Maybe like b5 first, then take b4. Okay, let's play b5. Aggressive.
g4.
Okay, so g5, not game over yet. I can move my knight, right? So now do I take on b4? Take b4, knight a4. Knight a4, knight c5. You may have some interesting idea there. Yeah, probably I don't want to take yet in that case. Okay, let me think of a useful move. Okay, bishop e6 is a useful move. What else? Bishop d7 is interesting, but not fully convinced about bishop. Okay, let's try bishop e6.
g6, h4.
Okay, so now I want queen d7 probably.
7, okay. There.
All right, so I think it's time for me to launch my attack. So finally, let's take on d3.
Okay. The queen takes this.
You want to do queen takes or pawn? Queen, okay.
Queen takes, yeah, I meant to do that.
Now b4 is my idea.
b4.
Classic French counterattack coming.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's true.
Right, so we have your attack versus my attack. Who's faster?
d1.
And now a5 or what?
That's not too.
a5. Let's play a5. Why not? That's a classic move.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so now question is g5 a threat or not?
Also.
For my sake.
So if I play a4, g5, bishop f5, or knight e8, knight e8, g6. Not afraid. My intuition tells me don't be afraid. Okay, a4. I trust myself here. Knight e8 or bishop f5? Let me think. I haven't made up my mind yet.
Yeah.
Knight e8 or bishop f5. Knight e8 or bishop f5. If bishop f5, you'll probably play queen d2. I'm just calculating out loud.
Yeah, well, I'll do queen d2.
Then I have an interesting idea. b3.
Mhm.
If a b, you get some back rank issues. If you take my knight, b takes a. How you stop mate? a1, queen mate.
Mhm.
Even after rook g7 can get trade. Okay, this bishop d3 is growing on me. This is growing on me. All right,
Yeah.
let's go for it. I'm gonna go bishop f5.
Okay.
b3.
b3. Okay. Let's do take once. Yeah, take once.
Okay, ab.
3.
All right, so now I'm looking for rook takes a3, interesting sacrifice. I'm
Yeah.
also considering bishop takes a3, also interesting sacrifice.
Yeah.
There's also this juicy queen c6 check.
Mhm.
Okay, let me think which one I like. Rook a3 is the most forcing pawn takes, bishop takes check. Knight b2, you're semi-live somehow. Okay, you're semi-live up there. Let me think if there's something cooler.
Yeah.
My intuition tells me black is winning,
Looks like yeah, to prove it.
but I have to prove it.
Mhm.
Queen c6 check,
If I
not
have
sure
friends
about
enough
that.
for myself.
Well, the funny part, I can probably get away with even knight e8 move.
Mhm.
I'm just want to kind of play more for the crowd, right? With sacrifices, they say. Okay, so let me think about bishop takes a3, pawn takes a3, rook takes a3. That feels quite strong intuitively. Rook a1 is a big threat. Queen a4 is coming there. So promising. Okay, let me think if there's something better than that. Rook takes a3, pawn takes a3, bishop takes a3, knight b2. Yeah, I don't see a killer blow. Okay, so now I'm considering it's either bishop takes a3, but bishop takes a3, you may take my knight on f6.
I'm just practicing with Eugene, so I played this one against the French defense. So I usually do knight f3, but I played d4 against him, practicing against him. So that's for he was helping me with doing the research, and I showed him the line that for white is really annoying. So I played this line and see how he answered, and apparently I was able to defeat him. So this line is actually credible. So this is only because I was showing you, I'm showing him what line of the French defense exchange version is white that's really annoying. So I showed this bishop f4 line, knight c3. This is annoying. So I'm showing you firsthand, showing him firsthand how I was able to beat him. So this is if it could beat Eugene, this is a good line. So that's why I did knight a4 and 7 knight f3. So that's basically the reason why. Makes sense, Teo? So yeah, that's why I did e4 instead of knight f3. I'm just researching, and I have Eugene see what I'm having trouble with. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So yeah.
So yeah, I'll be happy to do that one. But then again, if you go back to bishop, then rook a1 mate is fun. So yeah, that's that.
Yeah, I'm trying to calculate that. Like if I go bishop somewhere,
G6, C7.
you take when g7 with check and get trade. How do we stop mate on a1? They move the queen.
Take on G7's not check.
Okay, so bishop a3, take on f6.
Bishop b7, and black. Threaten to rook a1 mate me. So there's no defense. They can do the queen move, maybe. We can do a3. Let's hang out the thread again.
All right, let's just play 98. I don't want to overthink.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to figure out. I think the move I want to do is maybe controversial. Knight g3. I defend like knight c3, baby. Maybe knight c3. Knight ec3 is better. Blocking c6 check.
Yeah, at least now you have an extra defender.
Yeah. Migrating to the queen side. So you wait up move. I wait up a move too.
Okay, so now I need to figure out. It's tempting to sacrifice on a3, but I'm not sure. Okay, what else can I do? Let's say knight d6. All right, let's try knight d6. Activating my pieces.
Yeah, sounds very strong. Looks like very strong. What about this one?
I wanted to make knight c4 work.
Knight c4. Okay. Knight c4. Okay. So is there anything I can do with this one right there? And you have defenders, the bishop pair, and slicing and dicing my king. It's not really helpful. Let's do e6, g6. Your king is safe now. G6 is just pawn sack. G6 is the only thing I can do, I think. Aggressive.
Well, the funny part, you actually have no threats after this.
No threats. So what to do is black.
Okay, so I'm looking at sacks. Let me think how. The bishop a3 looks promising. Rook a3 looks promising. Even bishop c2 looks promising. Preparing. Wow, so many promising moves.
Right.
I also have another idea. I'm thinking queen e6.
Yeah.
I can play fg, hg to simply convert that position. Let's do this, fg.
Okay, fg. Do it. Hg like I was planning on it.
And hg.
Hg. Okay. Now I should have to find with it. So the king of some hiding holes is the problem. So let's take a d4 pawn, d4 pawn sanity and liveliness. Maybe for myself, bishop b5. I want to go queen h2. So now I want to go queen h8, take a g7 with the bishop b5. That's my plan. I want to go this, boom, boom, boom. Black slightly better, not help. The slightly better is better than losing.
Yeah, I still have to find the accurate way to play.
Yeah, I have a plan. Do that plan. So my magnum opus is to defeat the French.
Yeah, what is my idea? Can I sack or no?
Try.
I don't want to sack on a3. Okay, I'll try bishop c2. Okay, Okay, here. Can I run away with my king after queen h8 check? King f7, queen g7, king e8, queen g6, king d8.
I can't go queen g6 to bishop defense. That's the thing. So that's a ripple. On
So maybe I can try. But you created an escape square.
Yeah, twofold. I attack and defend myself, and all attacking c7, not to mention. But I don't think it's really attacks.
Yeah, this is still quite complicated position.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. I think that was a lot, but now I think I have some life, tiny bit life.
Okay, I'll try queen f5 maybe.
Queen f5. Okay, let's do it. Queen f5. Right, trying to poke around things. So do I have check?
King
There,
f7.
from there,
Yeah.
there. Yeah. So is there anything here? I fought, I got grabbed. And stress I have to worry about? It's only.
I feel like your king is just as weak, if not weaker now.
Oh yeah, all weaker. That's unfortunate. I can double leave you defense. Just something. Knight d5. Knight d5. I double leave you defense.
Oh, I missed knight d5.
Yeah, I double leave you defense. Trying to make some threats.
Yeah, that's a good move. I missed this move completely.
It's desperation. Back in the corner, I didn't think anything is possible. This is something.
Okay, how do I deal with this move?
Knight d5 was a saving grace for my. But rook a6 was best, but knight d5 was totally scaring him.
That's your problem. I have a resource now.
Am I losing now?
I don't think so. I think there's something you do.
Yeah, I missed this knight d5. I don't like my position. Okay, let me think. Knight c7 and queen e7, two major threats.
That's right.
What do I do? What do I do?
So you said maybe there is a way for you to keep your light square bishop because it's light squares. Yeah, exactly. He took advantage of the light squares because there's no light square bishop. But yeah, how are you doing, Sebas Gamer? How are you doing? Nice to see you. So we're watching me defeating my GM coach as the white player, and the line that I showed him the most annoying line that white can play in the exchange French, and I showed him firsthand, and I was able to beat him as white using that same weapon. And this is effective because I was able to beat GM for the first time in let's say rapid chess.
Maybe you have to say I'm sorry. Go queen d7 back.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know.
My mistake. I didn't mean to go f5. I went too far. But then c7 happens. Then nice 7. That's the thing. But either way, it looks like stuff.
Yeah, I always have to go full defense mode. Even like bishop d8 feels like I have to consider, which I don't like either.
Yeah, then I go rook e7. Doesn't plan to. Maybe nothing. Maybe nothing. But I have some threats. Maybe still. Rook e1 as well. Rook e1 is a big one. Bishop d8. Rook e1. Discovery threats.
Exactly. Yeah, I think I'm just lost.
You think you're lost? I think there's a way to survive. Don't resign, Eugene. You know, no defenses.
Completely overlook this knight d5 jump.
Just sacrifice things. You got rook of 7 is another resource. Maybe rook of 7. Maybe not. Rook of 7 is like defensive. Like this is a defensive thing, right?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe I have to resort to this. It doesn't feel right.
Well, bullet. I'm saying that. Okay, I can escape with 2 limbs chopped off, but I can breathe still. Always better now. Okay, so flip the script.
Flip the script. Yeah, knight d5 was a killer. I missed. I was hoping that you don't have any tactics.
Well, there is now.
Out of nowhere.
It's a true love coming over again. To be honest, in the game, I think you had a sacrifice earlier. Maybe.
No, I'm sure I had something very promising. I just didn't see knight d5. I thought queen f5, and you don't have any moves.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, this tactic killed me.
Yeah,
okay, let's try last desperate measure. Bishop takes a3.
Takes a3. All right. Okay. Do I have any threats to worry about here? Let's see. Let's calculate. King a3, b2 check, and run. No, divide b run. Then takes a7. King d8 is only move. Taking a3. Rook takes a3. b2. Oh no, not taking a3. Just b2 check. King takes b2. Rook b8. Oh, it's like a run. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, this is probably winning. b2 check.
B2 check. I'll take.
c3 check.
C2 check. Desperation. That times. Because you have to do it special measures like I did, so you have to do it. So Queen C3 comes in. That's annoying. King A2. So A2 or this one is actually C1 is actually a thing.
Yeah, C1 is more accurate probably.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Now I think I have to resign.
Yeah, you're signing.
Yeah, resign.
Oh, I got you.
Nice win.
Yay.
So that is how I defeated Eugene Perlstein for the first time ever, a GM first time ever in rapid chess play. So that was the game. And he did rook takes e3 sacrifice, but he didn't see the end. So he shied away from it. But rook takes e3 was winning for him, but he did not do it. Proud coach? Yeah, I was basically I was taking it out to my home turf. I was reaching this stuff, and I know things like the subtleties. So I was prepared like Batman against him. So I had prep time against him. So I already had let's say the flow of the middle games. But yeah, rook takes is just winning for him, but he did not do it. So, but yeah, I was like Batman in the prep time. So I had to I knew everything is going to be happening, so I had to what to do and what not to do. So that was the game. So let's go back this way and show you the board of the French defense. This one, and I'll show you my face. But yeah, he's still a good coach. He was in my territory, my home turf, my home stadium, so I know what to do and what is going to happen. So I knew what was going to happen because I knew all the lines. And I know that more than any other opening. Yeah, thank you for watching. So the French defense know more than anybody. Usually I know more than GMs. The French defense both sides. So you could say I'm a scholar in the French defense. So I know more than I should. So I know both sides and I use it. And I was able to beat my coach because I know what things are and what things can work and what not can work. So what not work. So, but yeah, you can think it's a little bit unfair, but you can do the same thing too. If you have an open that you know inside and out more than the usual people, then it's hard to beat you. I was losing, but then I was winning because he gave me too much to play with. So, but that's all that matters. Who won the game? And I won the game because I slacked him with knight d5, and that was it. He didn't take any through, which he should, but he was nervous. I don't know. He didn't know if he can commit or he cannot commit, so he should have committed. But oh well, lesson learned. But yeah, so let's go back to this one. Thing is here. Let's see. Thing is here. But yeah, I'm glad that you enjoyed it. So it's a highlight I want to show for ever and ever. This is why this line is annoying. This particular line in the first defense is annoying because I could be a grandmaster with it. Just off the riff. I was losing, but it didn't matter. The result is only matter. So the result is I was winning and I won, and kudos for my vicious play. I was gambling, and I gambled work. I should have not. It should not have worked, but I did. It did work, so that's all that matters. The gamble worked. It should not work, but that's what's called gambling. Sometimes you take a risk, even though you should not. You should actually, let's say, suss the risk and the rewards, and I got the reward. Is it the best? But I'll take it. I'll take a Grandmaster win just for playing a suboptimal line. As long as I get the win, I don't care otherwise. So yeah, 23. That's what sometimes, like when you get better, Teo, you learn how to do risk assessment. You do risks as far as you can say, oh, I have a good chance of winning the game despite doing something bad. So sometimes you have to take those risks, and especially if you're playing against a stronger opponent. Sometimes you have to find out how to take risks in the right way, and you got to learn. It's not really easy to learn. You can't be taught to learn it. You just got to experience it. That's the thing. That's once you only have to do things to learn it. You can't be taught ever risk assessment. You just got to build up the intuition and just saying, okay, this can't work because in the past, through logic, through experience, this is not that work. It doesn't pan out for ourselves to be a positive area. This is a really hard line to crack, this one. This is a hard line to crack. Like G4, maybe 6. So maybe this one, again, Eugene has to look at it first of all. So maybe I have to go the distance to saying, okay, so C6 there, Rook E1, Knight B7. Okay, maybe it goes some time. Knight B7, Bishop F5. Bishop F5 is so obscure. Why Bishop F5? Why Bishop F5? Bishop f5. Let's say for the sake of it, let's say if they're like a platonic, like a dynamic person that just finds this happenstance move. Queen b6 is probably not good enough. Probably not good enough because it lines. If you see the lines, Queen c7 comes away. So why not Queen c7 run away? Queen b6 is a waste of time. Queen c7 is a waste of time. Let's do this right away. It's like cut the chase. Cut the chase. Cut the chase. The Queen b6 line has been faulty. Queen c7 right away. Extra speed. It'd be good. So maybe not rook e8. Rook e8 is trying to trade everything off, and I don't like that. Not do that. Let's not do that. Okay. Rook f8 is not a move. Rook e8 is not a move. So we have to do something like bishop d6. Okay. All right. So this is where they can go knight. Okay. Where they go? Where did they go? So knight e5 maybe. Knight e5. Okay. Knight c5. Bishop e5. Bishop 6. This is not a go. Apparently. Okay, this is a point where it's like to the pawn. G6 f6. Okay. All right, G6 f6. A ride. Takes e7. King g7. Oh, the bishop pair. We have the bishop pair. So maybe that's enough. So this is basically arguably enough. We have the bishop pair for a pawn. We're good. Yeah, exactly. It takes in g7. Yeah, exactly. But it's like you gotta find the nuances. So yeah, exactly. I've seen this line before. This can be a surprise. I've seen this before, and I researched this line, and I was able to, let's say, tackle it. I think, if not, I'm willing to tackle it. But the exchange French as well. But the b3, bishop b2, no d4. This is a line that I talk myself. At least I have an answer for that. At least I have an answer. Black can be comfortable at least. Yeah, let's see. Let's see. Okay, rook b1. This is where, all right. So I can save no. So black has a dynamic imbalance to attempt to play for the win. So with the bishop pair and open lines, black has many ways to strive for the win and go through with it. So yeah, maybe this one is more, let's say, live it to put it to rest. So let's say g4, bishop b6, and I think that we're doing this progress. So g4, bishop b6, and let's say knight. Let's say this one, knight e5. Everybody did knight e5 pretty much. Taking d3, bishop b7. Bishop b7 is also another attempt. Okay, let's have it stockfish think about things like that. All right, so we're 44 minutes into a 2-hour stream. Okay, so yeah. So yeah, we'll just wait for a little bit for the stockfish to, choose a line. Let's go for it. Go for it and enjoy the results. That's what I say. Just enjoy the results and enjoy the game as well. So we want to not just only play the game, but enjoy the game while you're playing it. Stranger here. Stranger is here. Yeah, stranger is here. Let me see if I while it's thinking about things is like knight b7. This one, knight b7 is really weird. Why do this and just double up your pawns? I like that one. So let's look at the my streams, like my YouTube channel's videos, and see if I can pop in a video that we can watch together. Well, let's watch a video together, guys. Let's watch a video together. So what is a good video to watch? So I can show you my library of there's a lot of things upcoming, scheduled in the future. Some things are next year, and there's a lot of things are also this year too. So these are future scheduled videos way in advance. Next year, August. As these are videos in the future scheduled. So I pile on a lot of videos in the future, and also videos that are unlisted. There's the most popular videos. Like for example, if I go to my let's say U channel and look at my videos, most popular videos, this guy is almost 3 million views. This middle game strategy video is almost 3 million views. This guy's almost 2 million views, and yeah, these guys are not even close because people like this. They like these two guys. But these are the most popular winners in my channel. This is my highlight. So yeah. But should we watch these videos? Any videos, or do you want to guys? We'll go back to the subject matter. Go back to the research. Probably the research, right? Yeah, let's do research. So sorry for the tangent. Let's go back to the research. So maybe. So you guys want the music? You can also, if you want. All right. So like, do you guys? Does anyone want to watch a video of mine or have me play music? Yeah, I could play music while the stream is going. If not, I can do something else. So, all right. All right. Next. All right. So reload the stream. That's the stage. Okay, this is me. All right. All right. So I'll go to present the board. Okay. All right. So, all right, back to this one. So hopefully you guys can see the board. Yeah, you can see the board. Yeah. Alrighty. Okay. Very good. So because nobody's watching, I will go back to this one. Let's escape and window. Let's do. I don't know why it's not showing the. Let's do share side screens because it's not sharing the tab. Oh, you know what? It's because it's not open. It's not open. Window. All right, this one. Okay, the tab was not open. Now I can watch it. I can show it. Might be the 7, something like that. All right. Let me know if you want to see a video I have created or music to play. I have music to play. I have videos to show. Let me know, guys. Let me know. I can do which either or none. I can do this research, just me doing the research. So I'll be doing that by default. And yeah, that's it. People. Keep people. Copy online. Okay. So maybe this is not going to be a good thing, but if anybody wants to join the show, you click this link. Research the school. Yeah. Size rules. That's right. If anybody wants to jump into the stream, you can do the link and join the show. As long as you're respectable, you can join the show. Talk to me. Ask me questions about chess. And yeah, it's open mic night, pretty much. as long as we're respectable and we talk about respectable things. We can talk about Marvel superhero things if you want to, but that's not bad compared to a lot of other things. But it's open to you guys if you want to join the stream. I don't mind, it'll be lonely. I can talk to you in chat, but research is cool, especially if it works. So research takes time, patience. I'm waiting for Stockfish to get the best move. So there's Bishop B6, there's Knight B7, which Knight B7 I don't agree with. The most like Bishop D takes C3. What's the result ratio of that? Oh, it's terrible. 65 is better for white, not black. So that we don't do that. Knight B7 is 50%, so basically even draw. I don't like exchanging everything. So the thing is like I learned the fresh defense exchange. You got to keep the game going. If you don't, you be bored. Exchanging to a end game, which is no life draw. You want to play for more than that. I think. I declare play for more than that. Okay, so it says knight b7, but I don't like it for like the obvious reasons. Taking d7, d7, bishop of6, gf6. We have the bishop pair, but our pawns are really atrocious. They can take a d6 and they can fix our pawns, but bishop of knight, I don't like it one bit. Well, I don't like it one bit. Queen f3, taking c3. Well, why do that? Why take a c3? Take a c3 is an admission of guilt of doing something wrong, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So Salem played black and drew. He drew. So not good enough, Salem. Sorry, you're a good player, but I don't draw. I don't draw here. So basically 3 draws and a loss. That's not good. That's not good. This variation is actually doing something bad to me. I don't like this. I don't like this. All right. I don't like it at all. Okay. So yeah. Yahoo! I hope there's something pretty go. I hope. Okay, so let's see. Let's have Stockfish think about what he wants to do. If not, we'll just have it run. If he ate, like second the pawn to this one. Game on. Whoa. You can say that at this point. It's like, all right. All right. Bishop versus knight game is very dynamic, and the better player will win. So that concludes the G4 line. Thank goodness. Okay, this one. Continue this one. Okay. Maybe two. Maybe two. Go to five. Okay, so this is we had we lead to a variation which is really not good. So I need to close the shades. It's just too bright. Close the shades for myself and my own sanity, and I can do the research without disturbance of the light. So I can actually concentrate and research the right proper conditions and get the best results, and no outside forces to, let's say, muddy the research clarity and precision. All right, let me do this one thing now also. I just gotta get some things for myself. I did it, and we're at 1 hour, so another hour, and then this episode is done. The next portion is this one. Okay. Let's see if we can wrap it up this hour. Okay. So this one says we go bishop f5. We go bishop f5. It says h6. So let's do h6. It's like, okay, h6 is a asking the question the bishop. Question the bishop. Bishop h4. Okay. g5. g5 is fun. This one. Knight 4. This is extra fun. Actually fun. 23. Bishop f5. Okay. Black. Oh, say. Okay. Oh, go back. Black is clearly better. Okay, so let's go back and like to put the bricks in this one. A6, this is bad. Bishop d2 is probably the preferred way to do this one. So preferably Bishop d2 is a better try. So let's see. Like Bishop f5, let's make this h6 move the better one. Promote variation. Okay. So Bishop f5 move, it's good enough. Not good enough. So h6, Bishop d2. Okay. All right, let's have it think about things here. So this is about it looks positivity, and this is a good let's say upward stroke in this one. Go to upward trend, I think, is the word. The upward trend of this optimistic valuation of goodness for white or black rather than the other one. It's like, okay, confusion is what you get. I see confusion, great confusion in your future. So that's not good. We leave that and move on. And I will move on. That's what I will do. In the research, we don't have time for maybes. Okay, could be. It's not good. We have to be certain. We have to be decisive. We have to be intentional. Also prepared to witness everything we find. We're prepared now, and we're not going to be lagging off because, okay, it's good enough. It's good enough. We got to conclude if it's good or not without doubt. Then we do that. It's like, okay, good job. We had actually good research with a conclusive conclusion. The conclusive conclusion, you could say that is like everything is determined to be good, acceptable to play with. And this, the better player wins. And this up to you or your skill. The opening portion is done, and it's up to you and your skills and other parts of the game, not just openings. Openings beyond that. You can play the best opening to be equalized, but you got to play the rest of the game, not draw. It's up to you, skills. That's why people doing the opening research like this is how to win is black. Sometimes you can't just win. You got to actually put in the work to outplay your opponent. Is the conclusion of the French is yo? The conclusion of the French defense is yo. Yug? What does that mean? Yug. So it's yuck, like yuck, like it's icky, yuck. So I don't understand what you say with a YOUGH. Tough. Oh, okay. Okay, no problem. So I got it. It's tough. It should be tough. So the reason why in the very beginning of my chess journey of raid chess, I stopped playing the E4 1E4 opening because the French defense was so hard to crack. And people get lazy. It's like I don't know how to crack it. I'll kill them with boredom, have them bored to death. Play the exchange French, but I don't know how to crack the French defense. I'll just bore them. It's like, aha, I'll bore you now. You'll regret playing the French defense. You'll be bored. That's not an answer. I'll show you. This year is showing you why it's not the answer. And a lot of people, Teo, they don't play French defense because, okay, the exchange variation is so boring. I don't want to play that opening because the exchange variation alone. And I argue that if Dinglaran know how to play the French defense exchange variation for a win, that he would win again 2 times in a row with a French defense, and that would be a psychological grip on Gukesh, and possibly he'd still be the world champion against Gukesh. But he did not know how to play against a French exchange variation, so he drew. And the first time he just crushed Gukesh. Gukesh was so strong. He said, "Oh, let's do exchange variation because I don't know what to do." And if Dinglaran knew how to play him and beat him again, with exchange variation of all things, then that would be psychological torture. It's like, okay, I can't match this guy. it's equal, but I'm still losing. That's enough to just drive him over the edge to, let's say, mentally resigning in the match. So if England Arena had my prep, he could still be world champion. I'm arguing, but there's no prep. Nobody in the history of forever has never looked at a variation deeply in a whole year. Nobody has, because Sparv has notes for the Nidorf, but hasn't dedicated a whole year about that. He did not have a whole year. He just speed runs it with prep, but not a whole year. Maybe months, but not a whole year. I'm looking at everything. I'm looking at everything, every single thing. Never so rich. He did not do everything. First the prices, folks. Yeah, because this equal in move 2 doesn't mean exactly. So basically, if the people that says blanket statement chess ends up to being a draw, doesn't make any sense, because people still play the game that ends up with perfect play ending up a draw. That's true, but who plays perfect play? Nobody without cheating. So the game is still playable. Don't cheat. The French defense is exchange variation is still winnable. Don't play boring ways. There's plays to not play the boring ways. I'll show you how. If you play my way, you'll play wins. You play for wins, you get wins. But people, a lot of times, the mainstream French defense exchange things are really boring. They exchange a lot of things too quickly. They don't know how to keep the game going. Basically, let's have you get some education from Georg Meyer. He's a good friend of mine. He made videos, a course for me about the French defense exchange version. I'll show you the exchange version, his take on doing exchange version. Okay. So let's see. Exchange. Right. This is yeah. I gotta show you this, guys. This video is gold. This is Georg Meyer. This is a super grandmaster from Germany. His take on the French defense exchange. He's not really worried about the French exchange. He's happy about it. And it's like, why is he happy? But he explains it beautifully in this video that he made for me. So I have made a draw with him someday in a bullet. Oh, that's yeah. One of these it's a bullet games. Berserking is it's a really, a lot of people can beat GMs that way. If the GM's berserking, this is a thing. It's a thing. So they are gambling for the arena things to berserk, and you're gambling. He lost a gamble. So that's all I can say. So let's do this one. All right. So let me know if you see this video. Teo, do you see this video? Do you see this Georg Meyer in the right? Let me know if you see him. You do? Okay, let me just have myself be hidden and have you see him mainly. Oh, maybe not me in the frame at all. Let's see. Okay, this one. All right, not me, so let's do it.
So today we have a special topic, the infamous exchange French. So after our introductory moves, the exchange French is when white exchanges on d5 and steers the game to a symmetrical position with a bit less tension than we are used to in the French defense. So the upside is, of course, the taking on d5 is far from the best move at white's disposal. And what's more important, very often, people who play this as white are not going to be very ambitious and will try to play for a draw. And I think one important point is that I will show some lines to early on unbalance the position a bit, but we shouldn't get too crazy about trying to push for a win. In my experience, it's enough to keep the game going. You know, sooner or later, there's going to be some interesting moments, and the more questions you keep asking your opponent, the more likely is that something will happen. You'll get chances, there will be mistakes. So with that said, let's see the main options for white. So I want to start with c4, which is the most enterprising move at white's disposal. So yeah, there are some people who try to be a bit ambitious here. And I like playing bishop b4 check, which underlines that c4 is a bit early. Knight c3. And now, after the normal development moves, this is kind of the main position. And here there's a very classical way to play, which is d takes c4, bishop c4, knight bd7. And then this knight is headed to b6, where it tries to control the critical square in front of the isolated white pawn. So it's a very solid setup. But as I said, the opponents who choose to play the exchange French, they want to still keep things under control. And given a chance, it would be nice to fight for the initiative. And to that end, I very much like the move knight c6. So the idea is that after castles, we play d takes c4, bishop takes c4. And now instead of, playing for the blockade on d5, we are resorting to the much more ambitious strategy of actually pressuring this weak pawn. So therefore bishop g4 is very logical. And I already quite like this position for black. So if f3, that's a move that weakens white's king, we just go back bishop f5. And on bishop g5, we can go bishop e7, just to diffuse this pin from the bishop g5. And I think generally speaking, having played f3 is not so great for white. So more logical is to play probably h3, ask the bishop where he's going. I'm taking on e2, and now a super important move. Also, just to take a moment here, why after h3 am I taking on e2? I think if we go, for example, to h5, then the moment the white queen is going somewhere, then knight f4 can also become an idea. So I think the bishop doesn't need, to stay in the game. It is actually doing its job by, not losing any time, but now bishop a5, that is the key move. And we want to reroute this bishop to go to b6, where it will obviously put pressure on this weak pawn. And if this pawn were ever to move to d5, then this bishop on c
Oh, sorry, I'm muted. So, okay, I was saying that is this the same thing as your white skin program, the Georgmine line here? Sorry about that. So they're the same, pretty much. This is just the same thing that Georg's doing now, or not really what you meant. So your white skin line back in the day was the same thing as Georg Meyer here. I mean, okay, the C4 line. Yeah, the C4 line. This is like the 96 things are the same thing, right? He's just as 96 too, and this white skin line. Is that right? What I'm interpreting, or maybe not? I'm just wondering what you mean by the white skin line. Is that similar to what I'm learning here? I don't remember this 96 line though. Yeah, it's that's what Georg Meyer is suggesting, 96 line. But maybe something similar to do bishop b4 check. There's a lot of people main line that's doing bishop b4 check and then knight f6. But the seclusion knight c6 is Georg Meyer's specialty. Oh, c6, bishop b6, b6. Okay, yeah, he showed it earlier. Yeah, he showed it earlier, but he suggests rather than that line, the white skin line, if his lightweight's in line, he just is a better one. I agree with him. So knight c6 is more dynamic, and attacking d4 pawn in this, let's say, more aggressive way. So that's what I would think I would take
D4
away.
is really blunted. Like it doesn't want this pawn to move forward. And in a way, playing d5, white is just relinquishing control over the dark squares. The bishop would get very strong on b6. On the other hand, if white ends up defending on the pawn on d4, then as you said, the next moves are going to be doubling on the d file, like queen d7 or queen d6 and rook a8. So I think this is already quite a pleasant position for black if one knows this maneuver with bishop a5 b6. And of course here, if white were to play a3, then we are super happy because anyways we want to play bishop a5. So all in all, I think this is quite a satisfactory position for black, and I'm not even sure how white should play this. So here,
so probably let me get back to the point where you said that there's like the knight b6 blockade line, like the knight b6, like c6. Oh, this is this line right here. So you're talking about this line, like taking c4 and then knight d7,
knight b7.
These are the ones, like the Teo's the one that you talked about, like the waistline line. This is knight c6, knight b6 line. This line, yeah. So this is we said that he alluded to this is a line possible, but he's just a knight c6 line instead. This is also possible, and yeah, what Josh Witkin showed is possible, but he's referring to another line, the knight c6. So that's basically both are doable. But this is what he's talking about, his go-to response. So it's still good. It's still good. But he suggested this one for the sake of being cohesive with everything that he's trying to teach us. But yeah, that's basically it. But yeah, Josh Witkin is smart, so his line is actually good. So let's go back to the, let's go by the grind. So let's do the grind again and share screen. Okay. Oh. Okay. Hold on. I'll just do this exchange thing. Hide. Okay. 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 So let's have it be Okay. Share. Reload this. All right. So now I'll share the screen here. Okay. Okay, now back here. You can see me again. Yay. Okay. This is a BB2 line. Let's get a crack at it before the end of the stream. Hopefully I can get all these things done before the end of the stream. Knight c6 is a good move. So go back to the cohesion of the Mar line. So there's castles. Okay. a6 is a cool move. Let's have a Stockfish think, of course. So we have 40 minutes pretty much to wrap up things. We can do it. We can wrap up things. As considering the lines that we have left in the file, let's see how much lines we have in the file. We have a good chunk that we can breeze through, hopefully. If not, then we'll do it next time. But hopefully we can get this done today. Hopefully we can get this all done today because this is a big old chapter. If not today, next Sunday, hopefully we conclude before October, saying that, okay, this giant line is done, finished, over with. We can wrap it up October, November, December, and this line is, the whole thing is caboodle is done. That'd be a good thing to do. So basically, I'm hoping that before October is over, we have this Sunday, not this Sunday, but next Sunday is the last Sunday of the month. Now, hopefully, next Sunday will be wrapping up this nice C3 line. That'll be a good, let's say, woohoo, woohoo. So, hoorah. So A6 is interesting. Interesting. A6. Okay, rook E1, natural. There's B6. Okay, just the point is like, okay, the point is to get this square and blocking this knight B5 things. Okay, knight B5 things. All right, just like the blocking this one. Okay, this one makes some points. There's B6. Okay, H3. Let's say H3 happens to block our bishop. So let's make it silly. All right. All right. So, all right, but bishop f5 is still a move. Bishop d3. Bishop d3. A3 maybe. Takes d3. Maybe it takes in d3. Takes their queen f5. These are good things. d2. Okay. Getting a shove is random. It's really random. Good d8. It's like let's have it think about it for a little bit. Let's have it think about it for a little bit. Rook d8 is kind of weird. Well, let me to explain it to you in this simple way. So rook d8. Well, you're talking about maybe rook f d8. Why is it weird? Well, the thing is, maybe rook a c8 is to line up the other rook to the queen and rook. So basically, if you think about it, the rook goes there, and this lining up to the queen and rook. You have to have a rook to the c file, but the rook on the d file was actually an interpret that maybe sometime this d file will be open and the pawns will be targets. So maybe sometime later we'll have a knight e5 or something like that. Something that we are triggering to the rook will be foreseeing this pause or in the future side a target that we can actually let's say exploit. But this is long reaching, long seeing for seeing things happen and open up. So we're looking at possible opening up the D file, possible open C file, and to prepare for everything and everything. So the opening up positions of the D file and the C file only benefit black. So we look at future sight, things like that. So it says that knight h5 to go to f4 maybe. So this is a plan. It's a plan that Talkfish likes. All right. Knight e2 is block this one idea. All right. This is fine. Rook ac8. Okay, so rook ac8 or a5. It's all about foresight. It's complicated, but it's like it's still it's still weird. Yeah, I agree. It's still weird, but until you understand it, the possibilities, we're looking at possibilities. Not current possibilities, but in the case, it's basically preventative. If the file opens up, we win. Basically, if we want to, let's say, have variables. If the file opens up, we benefit. We have variables that come into our favor. So lines open up. There's avenues are open up. If the avenues open up, if this big if they open up, then we're reaping the benefits, and they are toast. You know, it's foresight. It's not guaranteed. It's foresight. If we do this, then we benefit. So, well, yeah, if exchange rooks, but the thing is, to be honest, Tail, if you exchange too much, then the deep pawns are not really weak. They're on closed files. They're not really weak because they're on the closed files, and the rooks are gone. Then less pieces are in the board to actually harass the pawns. So the weaknesses are only good as long as we have ammo to attack the weaknesses. If we exchange everything else, and we have a king and pawn game, the pawns are actually fine. They're covering squares. In conjunction, there's no way to take advantage of the weakness. So if you think about that way, then these pawns are not weak. There's actually, let's say, even the Magnus, double pawns doesn't mean they're weak. Magnus has used double pawns in the London system to beat Hikaru Nakamura. He had double pawns, but he used the double pawns to be a strength to cover only let's say, more squares. E5 and E4 are covered by white. C4 and C5 are covered by white. Black has half of that influence in the center. So in a sense, white has two center pawns. Black has only one. So white has more influence, even though they're doubled. They have more influence because they have more reach than that one pawn can ever, like, even not even close, not influence. So, but basically, lesson is double pawns doesn't mean weak pawns automatically. So rook 8. Okay, so it says rook b1, possible b4. Is a plan? Is this one? All right. So yeah, b4. Okay. Rook a6, g5. Okay, let's think about g5. But it's a thought. It's a method. Too. I'm not saying you're wrong, but my experience says we don't want to exchange too much in this French exchange version if we want to win. So if you exchange too much, the weaknesses, or quote unquote weaknesses, on the double pawns are not going to be as relevant. We want to have more ammo to attack those weaknesses, and if you, yeah, I'm certainly wrong. Yeah, I'm showing my point of view. I'm showing my point of view. I've been doing research about this the whole year, and I've seen that, you know, we gotta not exchange so much. You can't exchange so much if you want to win. You gotta have more ammo to attack things. Like like Gorgmeyer, you don't push things, like exchanging to push things. You gotta keep the game going and have them have more chances for making a mistake, and you win that way. Have more chances for them to fluke and have a winning position for you. Yeah, it's not even close here. Yeah, so it's a question. It's like, why is not E4? A4 is like, okay, you want to open the A file up if they go this way. The thing is that it's not good enough. They go B3, and if we want to exchange, then rook to B3 and the double up on the B file, and this we're being pushed back. We can't move the B pawn because knight C6 is hanging, and well, things like that. Exchange. It's really not happy. The queen side is cleared out, but well, there's nothing to be said. There's nothing to be said. No pressure on him. Just exchanging everything off. And the queen side, well, good job. You got exchanged over the queen side, but you know, were defensive. Like, okay, I was like, oh, we're up a pawn, but what is that really good though? We were up a pawn, but this not. It's not. There's no life. There's no life at all. No life. You got a pawn. Okay, good. Congratulations. You got a pawn, but bishop queen b3 happens, and we got to go a lot this way and just to lose a pawn again. So it was like, just not sunshine and roses. But it's a thought. So we learned that a4 is good for the short term, but later on, which you look at down the line, it's not going to be so happy-go-lucky. So we're exchanging everything off for bupkis. Not good. So not do a4. So let's do something else. It says g5 or rook a6. It looks like black is slightly better of those lines, but let's see how Stockfish says it was better. So it was better. Well, yeah. Well, basically, we have half an hour left this episode. So let's get through it. Okay, it says rook a6, so let's see how it goes. Rook a6, b4, takes into b4, takes into b4, b5. Okay, b5 is a point is like defending the knight, so the b5 is possible now. That's cool. We have a point. We have a point with this, so okay. So it's like okay, it's like I can conclude that black is clearly better. So yeah, let's say they don't do the obvious b4. Let's say the other line that says okay, so no, it's like let's say knight h4. Let's say override it the other one. So this knight c3 line is like nope. Control Y. Knight h4 is all the line that says okay. Then we go queen d7 or queen f6. Like let me think. Let it think. So let it think. Yeah. So answer your question. Yes, it's not even close. That's the conclusion. It's not even close. So yes, the answer is yes. It's not even close. Exchange everything, and you have nothing. The more exchange, less you have to play with. That's a lesson to learn in this first exchange version. The more you have to keep the game going, the game will go, and you have more chances to have your opponent make mistakes, and therefore you lose for them side. So you can't, in chess, you can't force your opponent to make a mistake on their own volition. You have to ask questions to them, and eventually, like, oh, they got wrong the quiz, and they lose. You got to ask more questions than they do to you, and you can jump on this like, aha, I stumped you, and I got the wrong answer because I asked too many questions. Like, oh, and just get overwhelmed and just lose. That's basically what. Let's say this is a way to think about it. In chess, you can't force the opponent to lose and make a mistake. You got to ask questions to make sure that you, let's say, provoke your opponent to make mistakes. So the only way to do it is provoke him. Ask questions. Makes them mess up somehow. So if you don't do ambitious things, risk-taking things, they cannot go wrong. But if you make them it's like Trump traps or some things that like pitfalls, then you have more chances to win because your opponent allows you to win. Yeah. Queen 7. Okay, Queen 7. All right. All right. Let's have 3. No. Okay, not Queen f5. Let's do something else. G5. G5 is good. There's a 3. A 5. Knight b5. Oh, knight b5 is interesting. Knight b5 for ride. Bishop f4. Takes on the 4. Takes on the 4. b3. Rook b6. Knight c3. G4? Oh, rook d6. Why is rook d6? Let's let Stockfish think before it can conclusions. Let's have it think here. As able to win this crazy game. All right, we got this one. That's good. The G4 by G4. Let's see what they think. Okay, let's do this one. Bishop e4. Looks like it's bishop e4. Bishop e4. It's a well. It's actually a it's like what's it called? It's a theoretical novelty. Bishop e5. Then go castles. Then we can do well. We castles e6. So in this sense, we have this interesting dynamic, and so this one, c6. Oh, maybe do c6 or maybe 7. Let's have a think. Maybe 7 or c6 is the question. Okay, so nice c6 was today apparently. So we're ride it. So c3. Okay, 6. e1. Okay, e7. 7. g4, bishop g6, knight h4, bishop g6, knight h4. Bishop b4? It's like bishop b4 or bishop b4? Yeah, maybe. Queen 2. d5. Taking d5 or f3? This is c3. Okay. Bishop c3. Bishop h7. Rook e7. Knight e7. So, all right. So again, the same thing. Black can play for a win in this unbalanced. It's like unbalanced position with dynamic play. Okay, so that's a good thing on this one. All right, let's go back this way. So, okay, all right, using your look, clear it out. It's good. So save it. Oh, so save it. All right, this is good. Let's go back down. Oh, this one is not the one. Knight e5. Knight e5 here. Knight c6. Knight c6. Take there. So knight c6. Take there. Bishop f3. Okay, this is two things. Bishop f5 and queen c7. There's only one winner. So who's the winner? So it's only one winner. Who is the winner? That's the question. Who is the winner here? So 15 minutes. Have a nice day. It's too late for me. Thanks for the free lesson. Oh, no problem. Have a good day, TL. And hopefully have a good night. All right, no problem. Thank you. I'll see you next Sunday or maybe sooner. All right, bye, guys. Bye, Teo. So we have 15 minutes left in the stream, and we'll be moving on. So this is a crossroads. Do we do queen c7 or bishop f5? It seems like I researched both of them, so we have to figure out which one's the best and do it. figure out which one's the best and do that best move. That's the thing. That's the question we have to break out. Bishop 7, bishop 7. All right, so let's do the query thing. Let's resort to the query thing. Maybe not. It's like 13 moves. Maybe it is not. So maybe it's not. So all right, bishop 3, c5. So I have to decide which is like A8 or like C5 things. All right, this one. Okay. So what if it's like this is like a crossroads. This is a crossroads here. So do I do rook 8 check? So this is a dull thing. Maybe C5 was a better one. So let's do the query thing. So let's look ahead in the future and say, okay, let's do the query thing. All right. This future. Look at the future next Sunday. Next Sunday says, all right, this one, okay, query database. Okay. So flip board, yep. E4, E6, D4, D5. Takes there, knight C3, knight F6. And then this line we have the this line we're talking about. Okay, let's go back to the maintenance closet thing. Okay. Okay, this is the one. Okay, so let's go back to the position where we had knight f3. Okay, knight f3, bishop b4. Okay, bishop b4. Okay, knight f3, bishop b4. All right, let's do it as a created base. Knight f3, bishop b4, bishop b2, bishop b2. Okay, this point we have. Let's see what the query database says. Bishop b2. And we have castles, bishop b3. Okay, castles, bishop b3. Okay, castles, bishop b3. And we have c5. c5 is the better one. So let's have c5 be the main macho move, not rook e8. Rook e8 is linked to nowhere. Let's do that. So at this point, we have c5 be the main move. All right. So this rook e8 one is scrapped. Let's scrap it because it has a bunch of bad lines. So c5, and then what's the best? The best trouble on that? Okay, so c5. So a3, it's like d65. Okay, so d65, d65 right there. It's just, okay, this is like a. Take a c5, bishop takes c5, rook e8 check. Okay, this is a rook e8 check. It's like rook e8 checks would be the one. So apparently this is a. It's like bishop g5. Okay, this is like Okay, so did I get the right thing? Or is it the right thing in the database, the query database? All right. So a2, take a c5. Okay, this is the take a c5. Yeah, that's right. All right, then h3. That's the thing. So after taking c5, there's h3. h3 is a move. Then we have knight c6 for black. Okay, knight c6 for black. Okay, knight c6. Knight c6 is move that. Knight c6, knight e4, knight c6 is proven. Knight c6. Okay. Knight c6. Castle naturally. The castle. Then the query database says we should go knight e4. Let's knight e4 him. Knight e4. Knight e4. Then there you go c3. Okay. c3. Okay. c3. c3. Then we have this one. a5 or queen b6. a5 or queen b6. What does this computer say? Neither. Neither. Okay. a5. No. Queen b6 then. Queen b6. Better. Queen b6. All right. Queen b6. Okay. Queen b6. Knight ed4. Yep. Knight ed4. Knight ed4. This makes sense. To prop up the knight. Knight ed4. This does the computer database say? Knight takes d4. Knight d4. Okay, knight d4. cd4. Right, knight cd4. cd4. Okay. Knight d4. cd4. All right. Then we have Bishop of 8. Yeah, that's the one. Okay. Bishop of 5. All right. Black has a lot of potential to play for the win. Okay, that's good enough, I think. So if I go back to where it was, it says, okay, we don't know where. Oh, bishop b4. Bishop b4. Okay, this is a. Let's have bishop b4 be the main course line. So bishop b4. So okay, this is like a bishop b7. Okay, bishop b4. So how much time we have? Let's see. How much time do we have? We have 6 minutes. 6 minutes. Okay. So do we have knight f3, bishop e2, bishop e2? This is probably the last thing. Oh, there's two more things. All right, so Bishop 6. Now this is the very end of this chapter. This whole thing capital is done today. Okay. So any games? Not surprisingly, none. No games. So this is the end of the file. Woo-wee. We have 4 minutes to squelch and get a ton of this thing. So I'm happy. I'm happy to finish this chapter. This big, all long chapter. So it's been weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, and yeah, did it. We did it. Okay. Okay. So let's do this. It's like where'd it go? Where did we go? That's white. B3 maybe? B3? Just doing something like that. Okay. Well, while I was thinking, I'll do my useful maintenance. Useful maintenance. So could be 6 of defending C6. Could be 7-2. Queen 7 is fine. PC4. G3. Let's see where I go. Where'd I go? I'm not gonna take extra time for this one because this last part of this file, this big old file, is 2 hours. But I don't care. I'll finish this file for the sake of finishing up, and yeah, moving on. That's the good thing. That is the good thing to finish up this gargantuan file. That is a really good goal milestone to reach. I think that is basically because this engine is running a lot of things on Rook to AB8. A4 maybe. This is E4. There's an E4. Rook. A6. Rook E1. Bishop B5. Oh, is that Bishop B5? I was like, yeah, let's like have a think. Let's have a think. Let's see. C3. So this is 3 maybe. 35. Okay. I will. I'll do this one. One. Bishop 1. Yeah. Okay. Bishop Z3 again. F5. Queen E2. H5. Oh wow. H4. F3. Okay. Rook E1. Oh. EX. Black is winning. So yeah, if I can do it, it's like hard pressed. All right, move. Okay. Now the file was done. Yeah. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna end the stream. All right. Bye. See you next Sunday and the new line we'll talk about. Take care.